Hi, I'm Matthew Mendoza.
I'm Kirsten Sylvester.
I'm Cam Westgate.
I'm Jamie Whitney.
And I'm Jaden Roble, and this is Group 4's presentation on Best Buy.
Best Buy's history began in 1966 when Richard Schultz and a business partner opened up their first store named Sound of Music, an electronics store specializing in high-fidelity stereos in St. Paul, Minnesota. By 1969, Schultz had bought out his business partner. Sound of Music had 3 stores, and it became a publicly held company listed on the NASDAQ exchange. In 1981, the largest and most profitable of the 9 locations at the time was hit by a tornado. The store's roof was blown off, and the showroom was destroyed, but the storeroom was left intact. Schultz decided to have a tornado sale of damaged and excess stock in the store's parking lot. He poured the remainder of his marketing budget into the advertising of the sale, promising Best Buys on everything. The sale turned out to be very profitable. In 1983, the store, with 7 stores and $10 million in annual sales, Sound of Music was renamed Best Buy Company, Inc. At this time, the company expanded its product offerings to offer home appliances and VCRs in an attempt to expand beyond its then core customer base of 15 to 18-year-old males. Best Buy debuted on the New York Stock Exchange in 1987. In 1989, the company rolled out its first of 3 phases, which was called Concept 2. This concept was controversial in the way that it got rid of commissioned salesmen and introduced the commission-free sales force to create a relaxing and low-pressure experience for its shoppers. This upset many suppliers who pulled their products off of the shelves until after they saw how much Best Buy's sales and revenue grew as a direct result of this concept. In 1992, Best Buy hit the $1 billion mark in annual revenues. In 1995, Best Buy debuted Concept 3 stores. These stores were larger than its previous stores and included expanded product offerings, interactive touchscreen kiosks, and displayed product information for both customers and employees, and demonstrated areas for products such as surround sound stereo systems and video games. Best Buy launched its Concept 4 stores with its expansion into New England in 1998. Concept 4 stores included an open layout with products organized by category, cash registers located throughout the store, and slightly smaller stores than Concept 3 stores. In 1999, Best Buy was added to the Standard & Poor's S&P 500. The first decade of the 2000s was a busy time for Best Buy. During these years, the company entered into the international market, acquired and purchased many companies, surpassed the 600 store mark, and much more becoming a retail giant. Today, Best Buy operates through 2 business segments, domestic and international. The domestic segment is comprised of all operations in all states, districts, and territories of the U.S., operating under various brand names, including Best Buy Mobile, Geek Squad, Magnolia Audio, Napster, and Pacific Sales. The international segment includes operations outside of the U.S. and its territories, which include Canada, Europe, and Mexico. It also markets its products under the brand names Best Buy, BestBuy.com, Best Buy Direct, Best Buy Express, Best Buy Mobile, Geek Squad, Great Call, Magnolia, and Pacific Kitchen and Home.
So for the environmental analysis, we focused on the competitive forces first. So Best Buy would be described as having total budget competitors or firms that compete for limited financial resources for the same customer base. This includes Amazon, Walmart, and eBay. The competitive structure for Best Buy fits under the monopolistic competition as well. Best Buy uses price matching and gathers information about their competitors in order to monitor competition. The economic forces that are important to Best Buy include buying power, customer willingness to spend, and along with other global economic forces. Economic conditions are important for Best Buy because Best Buy sells luxury goods and services, and depending on where we are in the business cycle, people are more or less willing to spend money on these services. For example, we are currently in the pandemic, somewhere in between the depression and the recovery zone, so spending on technology tends to be a little less. Consumers use their discretionary income in order to buy these items, which is why they spend less. The technological forces that Best Buy is impacted is the adoption of technology and the global technology forces. Because Best Buy is a tech-based company, it is important for them that they use technology to their advantage. Functionally, their website plays a large role in the information and services that they provide through their tech support and retain customers and provide an extra level of customer service. They provide the most up-to-date products and services to keep up with the ever-changing and growing technology market. Sociocultural forces include the demographic and diversity characteristics, cultural value, and consumerism, along with global sociocultural forces. Best Buy has done a great job understanding and adapting to the increased portion of the aging population. They have done this by purchasing Jitterbug, which is a company focused on utilizing technology to support the elderly living at home. They also provide total tech support for $200 a year, which is a step up from what other companies do, which provides tech support for all technologies in the home. The global implications of Best Buy is that they are competing in a global market. They are part of the international trade system, so there's obviously trade barriers such as embargoes or things like that. Currency valuations throughout their market, web services, which are obviously global, and they do their best to compete and stay up to date with ethical standards and be, what just happened? And be conscious of local cultures.
The task I took for this project was the current marketing plan. The objectives for this company, which Best Buy calls their unique customer promise, includes the following. Best Buy promises to have all the latest devices and services all in one place, have competitive prices, which they do with their price match, provide impartial and knowledgeable advice to their employees who are always ready to help you, to give the ability to shop when and where you need to, and last but not least, to support product life. And these objectives lead into the mission statement, which is to positively impact the world, enrich people's lives through technology, and contribute to the common good. And Best Buy's target market is baby boomers and millennials. And this is due to their Facebook and printed paper advertisements, along with people who are ready to help you, their employees, to give advice to people who aren't really tech savvy. The informative, helpful employees providing knowledge will contribute to this target market. The 4 Ps for Best Buy that make up their marketing mix is, the first one is place. There's about 1,000 stores in the United States and 131 in Canada, 40 in Mexico. They're obviously most prominent in the United States, while other countries are decreasing. Their pricing, low prices and price matching, which guarantees the Best Buy every time, hence their name. A promotion is their printed and online advertisements, which most of the online are on Facebook. The products are a variety of electronic items and accessories. Pretty much all technology you can get in this age will be at Best Buy.
We split the SWOT analysis of Best Buy into 2 people. I'm doing the strengths and weaknesses. For the strengths of Best Buy, we're looking at the customer reviews and consumer satisfaction levels. I would say Best Buy has a pretty good reputation. Every time you walk in Best Buy, someone comes up to you immediately and asks what you are looking for or what you need help with. They provide excellent customer service. Then after this step, they direct you to the right area or bring you to the specialist for that area. This helps build and retain customer loyalty, which inspires repeat purchases and gives consumers a good reason to recommend Best Buy to others. Best Buy also has top ratings with consumers for providing support after the initial purchase. One great thing about Best Buy is their Geek Squad, which actually provides in-home personal service to consumers. This is something you simply cannot get with a strictly online retailer. The market for electronics only continues to grow, and people are willing to spend a lot of money on items such as computers, phones, and gaming systems. Best Buy has a lot of locations and a good ability to reach many consumers. For the weaknesses, Best Buy relies heavily on supplier credit, meaning that they pay for their stock in their stores after the item sells. They are also more expensive than online companies because of the cost of building and staffing their brick and mortar locations. Another weakness is that Best Buy specializes in selling items which people don't necessarily need. So if there is a crisis or the economy is in some sort of trouble, Best Buy sales are going to decline. phones, TVs, and gaming systems are going to be the first things people stop spending money on if their income is greatly reduced. It is very difficult to compete with online retailers and stores such as Walmart because of the amount of power these companies have. They are able to buy in huge quantities because of the amount of merchandise they sell. Walmart brings people for many other daily needs and is quite convenient to look at electronics while shopping for your weekly grocery needs.
I will be covering the opportunities and threats portion of the SWOT analysis for Best Buy. For opportunities, Best Buy has a strong online presence. Having to compete with market titans such as Amazon, Walmart, and Target for a space in the electronic market, Best Buy needs to have a strong online presence as a larger portion of their income comes from e-commerce. Another opportunity that Best Buy has is it sells popular electronic items. Because they sell popular electronic items, the brands that they sell have an innate sense of trust to their customer base. Although a threat that affects Best Buy is that they have a larger overhead than strictly online stores. Operating both a physical storefront and through e-commerce increases their operating overhead at a considerable amount, but it is a needed expense as they would be beat out by their competition if they were to switch to one main commerce platform. Another threat that concerns Best Buy is that parent companies compete with online sales. A good example of this is that even though they sell iPhones, most people would rather go to an Apple store to purchase one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to email or ask us in person.